Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Hay, and I am a witch. A dragon witch, to be exact, or more specifically, a male dragon witch. And actually, what is a witch? A witch is someone who is called like that in the ancient times when most of the time in Christianity was called like that. When Christianity ruled, they called people like that who had a different view over life or a different religion, or maybe someone who did magic, or maybe gathered plants from the forests. It was someone who was not deeply involved in the community back in the day. A witch was someone who was following her own path. And I'm not saying only her, it was him as well. It was whatever the church has chosen. Most of the time, it ended up in death. That is where the name witch comes from. And a witch was also someone, according to them, was someone who uses magic. And in most cases actually, that was not true. They didn't even use magic. They were just gathering plants and making herbs from that. Yeah. So, but in these times, it's someone who is using magic and using a pagan, most of the time, a pagan path. And a dragon witch is someone actually that is something like I explained, but with the cause of the dragon. It's all because of the dragon. So without the dragon, they would not end up this way, because being called like that, being called a witch. Because it was also involved with magic, with the CK in the end. It was also involved with pagan path, and it was something ancient and far away from Christianity, because let us just be honest, Christianity made a lot of mistakes back in the day, and even today. There are so many extremists, by the way. I hope that my path never has such an extremist like theirs has, by killing people, by hurting and killing animals for no particular reason. So, yeah, a dragon witch is someone who is just the same, but with the wire to nature itself. A witch. Most of the time they have this spirituality about themselves, but the spirituality on the dragon's path is very specific only because of the dragon. And we are actually the unlikely witches, or the gray witches as well. We are with the gray color because we use the dark and light of everything. We are not choosing a side. We are just using what is more fitting at the moment. We can use darkness, a dark path. We can use a dark path. And everyone is saying, oh, wow, that's bad, it is bad. No, that is because nature works this way. It's because nature made us like that. We are not made out of light or dark alone. We are made of both of them, I mean. Uh, because humans are so afraid of it. But in fact, they are more dark than us. Because we, as a draconic witch or a dragon witch, we are trying at least to balance it. So yeah, a dragon witch is also someone who does rituals for the dragon, but most of the witches from other paths, they use books for this. They use magic spells that is written down, and most of the time we ourselves are doing what our mind is saying. We are talking to the dragon constantly. You might not even know that, but in fact, whatever you are thinking is enough for the dragon to read from you. The dragon reads from you. You are talking to the dragon all the time, from ever since you were born, and in most cases you never even realize that. And that is the ability of a dragon witch. You've always been like this. And most of the time, you will know this later on, not at the moment that you say, I'm going to start a witch's path. No, you have been on this path long before, but you didn't even know that. Most of the witches on the witches' paths, they say, I'm going to be a witch, and that is it, but not on the dragon's path. It will be with you later on, and we don't do this for the title, not at all. We don't do this for the title, we don't do this for the magic, we don't do this for anyone that says we have to do this. We are doing this for ourselves, because we are drawn to it. We are inside of this from ever since we are born. We are born with a gift, and this gift is a dragon inside of us, and this has a large connection with one or several guardians. that is following us wherever we go. That is the witch's path of the dragon's path to be exact. Or maybe it can be called draconic Wicca. I was searching for other people. I was thinking that I was alone in the world, so I was searching for others, and I encountered a lot of witches from other paths that didn't reacted very positive when I said I believe in dragons, and most of the time it was, dragons, that they are not real. Why am First of all, I discovered something, and I have discovered that the dragon's gate, is closed for them, for everyone except us. And that is why they don't discover the dragon. Some of them can see a glimpse of the dragon when the gate is at just closed, but not entirely. And that is why some people, some on the witch's path, can believe in dragons. But most of the time they don't believe in them because they are not through 5 gates and the dragon's gate. They are not welcome there. And that is why they don't believe in dragons and never discovered the dragon. That is also the reason why they don't discover a lot of things. They call themselves witches because they are attached to some other spirits. Most of the time, human spirits. But and I have to say that there is not a lot of cooperation with witches' paths, and we are not, of course, we are not someone who has to say, you have to be nice for each other. No, like I say, dark and light. You can use dark as well, and if you don't agree with each other, you can say nasty things to each other. And I've written that I'm crazy, that I'm stupid, that I'm a daydreamer, that I just see things there where they aren't. See spirits that inside of my mind, and yeah, I've seen many nasty things from witches, and I don't care because I discovered why this is. Because I've seen the gate being closed for others. I have used a ritual or talked to my dragon where I asked for someone to come through the dragon's gate, and no, it's not allowed. You cannot go inside of it. And that is also what dragon witches can do. They can go to the dragon's gate all the time, whenever they want, because they are a draconic energy. And that is what normal witches from other paths don't have. They don't have this connection with the dragon, and they don't have this energy inside of them. They don't have that. They cannot never involve the draconic energy inside of their rituals or magic. They cannot do that. That is abuse, and abuse will always be punished, especially when the dragon is abused. When you abuse draconic energy, you will know it. This will come back inside of your face, 10 times more powerful. You don't abuse dragons. You don't do that. And that is also the reason why they cannot abuse you. You are a very strong individual spirit, and that is because of your draconic energy inside of you. They just don't have to. They just don't need to make you angry, because when a dragon is angry, that is rage. When a dragon is sad, then this will take a long time. It's very powerful. Every emotion that you have, by the way. It's just... And the dragon witch, that is actually a bit of an explanation what a dragon witch is. And a dragon witch, like I say, you don't choose this. You are this. It starts by following the dragon, and I know that everyone who discovers the dragon follows them. There are stages, like I said before, the stages of the follower, draconic Wicca, and witch. But in fact, I have never seen anyone stopped by saying, "Oh, now Wicca is enough." No. I have seen everyone, my brothers and sisters, who goes on forever, and just wherever they can. And I understand this, because this is the reason why we are a dragon witch, because we have this desire for the dragon and not for magic or abilities or blah blah blah. No, we just want this. This has to continue all the time. And that is why we are a witch. Back in the day, they would burn us, they would drown us. And even today, I had death threats by people who have another faith. You know which one. And yeah, even today, and it's so bad that this still has to happen. Why so hateful towards someone who believes in dragons? I'm also vegan, and then that is also something where they feel a lot of hate for no particular reason, and that is the same thing sometimes. Sometimes when I talk about my dragon, and they have to immediately have an opinion about this. Even other witches. So if another witch ever says to you, "You are crazy," then you just have to do the same and saying, "No, no, no, you're the one who is crazy because I never felt your God, and I can feel my dragon. So which one is crazy?" So yeah, witches can have a lot of gods. Also voodoo, and yeah, there are a lot of magical paths that you can follow. They are also witches from pagan paths. Yeah. And so, yeah, when you're using magic, most of the time you don't have to do rituals or make special things for this. Most of the time, dragon magic starts inside of your mind and it will always happen. You don't have to do a lot of effort for this, but you do have to do a little effort, of course. If you love the dragon that much, you just have to do a little effort. Just do a little effort. But your mind is in itself is dragon magic. It's combined with each other. Your guardian, your god, and yourself. Your dragon eye makes you a witch. A very powerful dragon witch. So powerful. And they don't even realize it. You can invade dreams. You can, as later on, of course, you can invade dreams. You can uh, make sure that some lives are living hell. You can give someone heaven. You can give, like I did before. You can heal. You can burn eventually. Only by using your mind, because it's draconic, part draconic, and that is witchcraft. And that is not bad, even though it sometimes is dark. You have to embrace your own darkness for this, to understand this. But even then, people from the other path has more darkness and they don't even know it. They don't even know themselves sometimes. But you have to know yourself. When you know yourself, you can do this much better. Because this is your mind, your own mind, and you have to know your own mind and every darkness that is inside of it. And you can do magic and do rituals for the dragon with a clear mind. And that is how it should be. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.